Still producing here, so I'm gonna turn on the Instagram one too. Is it going live on Instagram?
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I'm letting you push all the
morning.
buttons. You're producing.
Oh no, it's not. There it goes. Okay. Just took a while to get to Instagram.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning. It's a little different, isn't it?
I know I'm alone, but I'm not.
You're being watched.
That's great. Let me find the live feed here. How come it's not jumping up? There we go.
It's study hall. It's 9 a.m. Saturday morning, and we are here in two different places.
Yeah, this is good, convenient though. Technology is awesome when it works. Okay, so I'm gonna have to look at my phone.
The news.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at my phone because now I guess because you're producing on your end, I just see Facebook user. It doesn't say names.
So do I. I don't understand. That is a little weird.
Oh, you're seeing that too. Hey, it's the first time we've done this, being together, but not. I mean, it works. It's awesome. You can see and hear both of us. So it's like watching the news. That's right.
Unfortunately, I don't know who's it just says Facebook user, so it's weird. We've never done that before.
All right, I can see everybody. We got the usual suspects. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, wife. Good morning, Barbara. Barbara, I love that we have the same shared passion for scary movies. Somebody else that I can go, oh yeah, this is awesome. Did you watch this? It's fantastic. Totally off the topic, but I love it. Good morning, Christy, Louise. Hey, good morning, Patrice. Patrice on YouTube. Fantastic.
YouTube. That was my friend TC, Tennessee. And TC in Tennessee.
What up, TC? That's a nickname. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I want a cool nickname. JM is just not cool. Good morning, Nancy. I assume you're talking about Toni. Right, Barbara? Hey, Cassie. Hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, really. Poor Cassie.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a fan of scary movies. Okay, hold on. Who said that? Tris? That's all right. We still love you.
No scary movies for me.
All right. Well, welcome to Study Hall. Before you dive in and start driving this thing, Toni, Mary, somebody won a sewing machine, and I don't know. Technically, I should have looked before I said this, but I don't know if you come and pick it up yet. I brought it the other day. So, Mary, A, do you know that you were our winner of a new sewing machine? And B, have you picked it up? Of course, Tris. All right. Well, go ahead and dive in, Toni.
Okay, I'm going to dive in. So I thought the easiest way to do Study Hall this week was actually to show you our calendar, just so you get familiar with our website. And it also just make sure I don't forget all the different. We have so many classes coming up. So I'm going to share my screen. And there we go. Boom. I love technology. This is so cool. So this is obviously the computer version. So, you know, it's going to look a little different on your mobile device, but you can immediately see we have Palm Coast and St. Augustine classes. And so I'm going to click on Palm Coast classes first and show you what's going on in Palm Coast this coming week. So,
by the way,
today we have the Die Hard Club in the store in Palm Coast. Yeah.
Go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead. You want to talk? All right. No. I just wanted to, we're going to have to bear with us because I think there's a little delay. So I just wanted to point out, if you're on the mobile device, we did try to get it to where it was actually scrollable now. So it's a little bit easier to navigate. But there's, I think, 3 or 4 little bars if you want to see the calendar on your mobile device. If you hit that, a drop-down menu will pop up, and you can just select the same thing that Toni just did, Palm Coast classes. But you do have to hit that drop-down menu, just FYI.
That's very important. That makes sense. So today is Saturday. We have the Die Hard Club is meeting a special meeting today. They're going to do a big show and tell of what they've worked on over the past year with doing blocks, finishing up their Block of the Month program that Cindy has been hosting for the last 10 months. So if you're a Die Hard Club or you don't know what the Die Hard Club is, it's our AccuQuilt Club, and we'll start back up in January. And just come on in. Well, next year, we're talking about applique, how to do the various different applique processes with AccuQuilt. So that's pretty exciting coming up. On Tuesday, we have 2 classes. We have first our Japanese braiding. You noticed I didn't say the word. Josh, can you say the word?
Kumihimo.
See, he's learned it now. So
maybe I said that real confidently. I don't know. I don't know though.
Let me see if I can do just you, so you can show them. There you go. Oh, there, perfect. That works out really nice.
There's one with the bead on it.
I'll be honest though. Unfortunately, this class is filled up, but we also have a class the following week on the 19th. So, oh, those good, great pictures.
Yeah, Kumihimo. I think that's right. Actually, I've been practicing.
I think you're right too.
You've said it's awesome. I will just say that I did this class. I can't believe I didn't wear mine today. I've been wearing it like every day. I love it. With Rhonda, and she's a very patient, wonderful teacher, easy to follow. And when you use this fancy, fun little thingamajigger, actually, it's not fancy at all. It's very simple, which is what I loved about it. It was very easy to get the technique down. And then it was just fun. We sat and chatted and talked, and you could just kind of do it easily, something you could do while watching TV or watching us, Study Hall or Quilt Talk. So I loved it. It was great. And I'm glad that we're offering it again because it did fill up pretty fast. And then I know she's going to the next class after that, a little bit more advanced. You're going to add beading, which is really cool to the braiding. Very cool. You should take this. Remember, it's art.
I mean, like I said, it's full for this Tuesday, but we have November 19th is open. You can see there's 4 seats available, not very many. So, and then like Josh said, we're going to do a beading class in December to follow on to this class. So that's the first class on Tuesday. The second class on Tuesday is Simplify Applique, a technique class. So Judy Foxwell is teaching this class, and we would love you to learn more about applique. So I'm going to make Josh big again. And that's what she's going to show you. She's going to show you different ways to do applique. And just, it's simple techniques. You might finish that little project, but the whole point is how to prepare your fabric, how to stitch it down. What does your machine do? I don't know. Let me see what the supply list is. Does it say bring machine? Yeah, bring machine, sewing machine. So, and the other thing that to keep in mind when you see our classes on, they always have a supply list at the very bottom. So keep scrolling when you are looking at our class list. Oh, where's my mouse? There we go. So like this is the bottom of the page with Simplify Applique. So it'd be fun to do. This one's available, and we got a couple seats left in that one too.
Yeah, and people have asked for applique, so we heard you loud and clear. So this is your chance. Judy's fantastic, and just being able to learn some of the techniques will make, because there's a ton of different ways to do applique. But getting the basis, the knowledge will just make all of that easier. So I highly recommend you take this class, especially those that have been asking for applique.
Mm-hmm. And Judy's just a wealth of it. I have learned so much just engaging with her, and not in class even. She is just so wise with a lot of the techniques she does.
And she's fun. I'll be honest. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, she's one of those people you're like, oh man, this is great. I'll take whatever class you're doing, because you can tell she gets excited about it and she loves doing this stuff, like really loves it. She is fully involved, invested, and she learns. She keeps learning, which is what's cool. You can just see her. She gets excited to learn something new, and then she wants to share that with all of you guys. So it's really, really cool to have her on our team. Yep.
She wants to do embroidery now. She wants to teach embroidery classes. She wants to teach it all. She's going to be our everything class teacher.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. So what's else coming up next week? We have the flat lock serger purse. Unfortunately, again, that class is full. Wait list is your friend. So if I come into this class, this is the class. We are planning to reschedule this class up in St. Augustine as well, which I don't think we've set a date yet. But and if you hit select date, you can see add to wait list. That's how you add yourself to the wait list. And it's important because we can call you when someone backs out. Then we did this yesterday. This is a perfect example how important that wait list is. We call it, it was filled. So I think there's still one person on the wait list. So just use that wait list if our classes are full.
Yeah, and the sooner you get on that wait list, the sooner you'll get in. Like, so we take it in order. So the next person, there was only one spot open. So the very first person on the wait list is the one that got called. And then if that person can't come, then we'll just move down the line. So yeah, make sure you look a few months ahead.
Exactly,
like
exactly.
A bunch of months ahead.
Joanne is teaching a new class on her Friday day class. It's called Starlight, Star Bright. This is a pattern designed by Joanne, so you'll get the pattern in the class. And if you can see, just use a jelly roll, just a jelly roll, and then some background fabric. But it'll help you become very accurate with your half square triangles. So if you are struggling for those accurate half square triangles, this is a class for you. It's over 3 weeks. It's $60, and it starts this coming Friday.
You said 3 weeks?
What's next weekend? Pardon me?
Did you say that was 3 weeks?
Yes, it is 3 weeks.
Yeah, make sure you guys see that. So when you see the pricing, make sure you look because, a lot of people do see, if they see $100, for example, they go, ooh, that's a little steep. But if it's 3 weeks, then it's not steep at all. We try to keep our class pricing very manageable. We just have to make sure we take care of the teachers and any supplies and things like that. But so definitely keep a lookout. If you see a higher price point, there's a good chance that either a kit's included or it's more than one session. So just make sure you look at that. The last thing we want to do is have to charge a fortune, and we're not doing that. In fact, not at all. But I've heard some people go, "Woo," and I go, "Well, look at it." So just make sure you're kind of looking at some of the, not the fine print, but just make sure you're looking at all of the details so that it makes more sense to you.
Yeah, so you understand the value. I think all our classes have value.
Yeah, totally.
We have amazing teachers.
Yeah, we do.
Josh, what's next Saturday?
I don't know. What was last Saturday? Hold on. Next Saturday, is that the Dress-A-Girl?
It is the Dress-A-Girl.
Okay, good. I went live yesterday and did a cash pig, cash cow drawing, and I was like, I don't even know what the date was. I'm all discombobulated. I tell you, it's been nonstop go, which has been great. It's been awesome. But yeah, so Dress-A-Girl. It's our next Sewing for Charity party.
Correct. So we do have that on the calendar as well, and you can sign up. It's free, obviously, but we ask you to sign up just so we can compare how many tables and how many chairs we need, and it'll be a full house. So just so you know, it'll be lots of fun.
And notice the PC. I think maybe you said that already, but I see a bunch of new people jumping on, and good morning to all of you, by the way. PC, Palm Coast, SA, St. Augustine. So that will help you, especially if you're on your phone. And, if we have a Sewing 101 in both stores, St. Augustine and Palm Coast, make sure you're signing up for the one, depending which location you want to go to. So just pay attention to PC. Right there, the Dress-A-Girl, the Sewing for Charity party is here in Palm Coast. Just wanted to point that out.
Exactly. So that's next Saturday. We'll have all sorts of fun next Saturday. Now we have Fred, our scissor sharpening dude, will not be here next Saturday. He had a previous arrangement, so we'll have him back next year. But just so you know, he's not going to be here next Saturday. So
sad face. But we do Sewing for Charity parties every other month, and so we're going to try to have him come literally every other month. And I also think that maybe like last time he wasn't as busy because how often? Well, really, you should get your stuff constantly sharpened, but I get it. So we may end up not having him every single Sewing for Charity party. We may kind of space it out a little bit so that you can kind of build up and then maybe bring them all in at once, maybe quarterly or something. We're still kind of trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Our next sewing charity party will be in January for Project Linus, and it's towards the end of the month. And it is on the calendar. All the sewing charity parties for 2025 are on the calendar in Palm Coast. I'm working on ones for St. Augustine, but right now we're talking Palm Coast, just to kind of, and I'll go over to St. Augustine calendar and show you what's going on. So as we get closer to the end of November, it's kind of the holidays, so things kind of peter down a little bit. So we are closed the 27th and the 28th, but there's the 23rd that's really important because it's my annual elf workshop. I have done this 12 years in a row. I love doing this workshop. And basically what you do is you come in, we're going to make 6 different small little gifts. The whole goal is that you don't have to bring anything because I make kits for everything. It's part of the class. So when you see that value, again, understand you're getting all your supplies. It's an all-day class. And make those projects, go home and replicate them through your scraps. You don't need a lot of extra tools and supplies to make these gifts, and turn around and give them away right away to your hairdresser, to your teachers, and all those kind of things. So that's the whole goal of the elf workshop that I've done for 12 years. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yes, we dress up in elf costumes, just saying.
I'm gonna add some of this. I want to toot your horn for a minute. Hey, is there spots left for that?
5 spots left, and I think I have it open for 12. So
yeah, so 5 spots left. Okay, good. So the first time Toni had either the elf workshop or the mystery sleep in your own bed retreat, whatever it is, if it's a Toni like workshop or retreat sort of thing, I mean, it is, she knows how to do this right. I was blown away because I came in and I was like, there is stuff everywhere. There's so much food and snacks, and everybody was dressed up. It was wild. I was like, okay, you've done this before, clearly. So it's really, Toni, you do a really, really good job hosting these. So I'm so happy that you're doing it again.
Thank you. I love hosting these.
Yeah,
I remember when I first mentioned to you, Maria, about doing a mystery quilt, you laughed at me.
I was like, okay, how's anybody going to know what they're going to do?
Who's going to sign up for that? Exactly. So I will mention, though, I'm going to jump ahead just into December real quick. In Palm Coast, I am doing an end of year mystery where it's sleep in your bed tight style retreat. You get all your fabric cut. I think I only have 2 spots left. Oh, I have 1 seat left. So yeah, never mind on that one.
And this one's cool. This is where you pick the fabric, right? Like they bring in a couple colors and then you actually provide, you pick the rest for them. So it's actually truly a mystery. And then each day isn't it a couple days?
Yeah, it's 2 days.
2 days. Yeah. Another thing, same thing that I just said. I mean, you do this really, really well. And it's really cool to see people, well, the surprise. And, you know, I think at this point, people know you, and the ones that have taken it are probably going to take it again. You should trust Toni's choices because the quilts came out awesome last time.
Yeah. I like picking out colors for people. It's fun.
Yeah, that's why I said nobody's going to trust me. They're like, cool, we're all getting Halloween quilts. Great.
That's good. So that's just what's happening in Palm Coast. I am still working with all the teachers to put more classes on. We're already, like I said, we're working into January, February, March. But let's look at St. Augustine real quick while we have it. It doesn't look very full right now, but don't worry, it's going to be there. We've got the Bernina Mastery classes starting up this week in St. Augustine. If you have purchased a Bernina from Bees in the last year, if you need to take classes, this is where you want to start. They also we're going to have our first official teacher, Molly Waddell, is going to be teaching painting and free motion on black fabric. You want to pull up that little sample?
I can show this one, which is the non-quilted portion. So this is kind of the early stages. So it is black cotton fabric, and Molly provides a kit for this, which is really cool. So you don't have to worry about going out and getting the right fabric paint and all that, but you will get the pattern or the design, and you will use a light board, transfer the image to the fabric where you paint. And I think that's kind of part of day one. And then you will, hold on, you know what, I'm going to pull this up to the camera.
Okay.
Because it's worth seeing. And then you will do the free motion portion of the class. I mean, and look how amazing this turns out.
Mm-hmm. It's gorgeous.
It's incredible. It just pops. on that black fabric. I absolutely love this. When Molly showed it to me, I was like, you have to do it. Because we've never done anything like this. And I love that we're incorporating painting because, again, sewing is creative. It's art, hence the live to create, you know what I mean? And the braided or the, non-sewing classes that we do, we've done painting, but I just love this. And obviously, look, you get a piece of art at the end of it. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
so
it's like
it'll step up your free motion game big time because Molly teaches that all the time. And then also you get to do something fun and learn something new with the painting portion. So I'm excited for this. And this is in St. Augustine you had the calendar up.
It's hang on, let me switch the view back. Yeah, it's on the 23rd and the 30th of St. Augustine.
Yeah, it's awesome. So we're happy to have this back. Happy to have Molly back.
Her back, yeah. It's brand new. She's very excited because she learned it. So the other thing that's coming up in St. Augustine is Joshua was following me earlier, was that starting this Monday, they have their sewing studio open. So if you want to try a different view and go hang out with all the people up there, Monday is our sewing studio at St. Augustine starting up.
I remember when we started sewing studio here in Palm Coast, it took a little while for people to come. You wanted to feel us out, see what it's all about. So for you St. Augustine folks or Palm Coast folks, Jacksonville folks, anybody that is looking to meet some new friends, the whole goal with this is community. Also, bring something in that maybe you are struggling with a little bit and you want some either help or just some suggestions, some input, constructive criticism. I mean, the whole point is community, to come there, work and be around like-minded people, have some fun, meet some new friends, and then, finish some projects. So we're going to do that every Monday, just like we do here in Palm Coast. And I'm hoping to grow that community there as well. So I'm excited that we're going to be able to do that starting Monday.
I think that's kind of cool too.
Yeah.
So I moved into December's calendar in St. Augustine, and one thing I want to make sure everybody is aware of is the Martelli So Crazy event. They're back on the road again, and they're going to come first time in St. Augustine, right?
Yep, and they've got some new tables, some new stuff, which is really cool. So we had it here, and it was a Halloween themed, and everybody was dressed up. It was amazing. You guys were awesome. So even if you're not in the market for a new table, okay, because people who have Martelli tables love them. We get it. You don't need to buy another one. But anytime you go to these things, because Joe Allen, and I don't know if Brian's coming, I'm assuming, but Joe Allen and her crew will say they always wheel and deal, and they just basically give things out dirt cheap. Sorry, Joe Allen, but it's true. So even if you need to come in, get some, supplies, some cutters, some blades, whatever. You get really cool hands-on and in-person demonstrations and experience, but you get to see the new stuff, and then you can get supplies for dirt cheap. So I really recommend, if you don't know about Martelli, you definitely go. Or if you need to kind of re-up, that's also a good opportunity to come and check it out. And it's a lot of fun. They do giveaways, and it's a party. It's fun, and it's Christmas themed. So we're probably going to do something fun with Christmas themed attire. Not sure exactly what we're going to do, but it's going to be fun.
No, I agree. I think it'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Oops. So I did the wrong thing. All right. So that is our calendars, kind of high view. Show them the stockings that's behind you. We are actually, I am still populating the classes for December in St. Augustine and Palm Coast with some quick Christmas concepts and ideas. So these are great little stockings. Our Nancy in Palm Coast made them, and she's going to teach it. She's going to teach it in both locations. I hope to have that hanging or posted on our website by early this week. And then Irene is also going to do an embroidery Christmas card that we will post in the first week of December as well in St. Augustine. So I'm still putting stuff up. The teachers are so excited.
They are, and we hear you loud and clear. I mean, the reason we're doing these smaller projects is because a lot of people go, I can't commit to multiple days, or I want to do an in the hoop project because I want to get better at embroidery. And the only way to do that is, in my opinion, is to do a project. So these 1 day in the hoop projects or small stocking, which, I mean, this is what, quilting, piecing, like you're going to learn a bunch of little techniques. But the idea is that you can go take a class, finish a project all in one day, which I just love. So I'm glad that we're getting some of these smaller classes with a little bit of less commitment. I think is important because I get it. Some of us work. Not everybody's retired like Barbara.
That's right. So the holiday.
I'm sorry, real fast. I saw Chris said, I saw the new Martelli tables and accessories at the Jacksonville Quilt Fest. That's awesome. And they did bring a couple new things. They have changed some of those things up and they're even more awesome. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I saw them, I know what they brought, but they actually tweaked a lot of things and have made massive improvements. And I'll just drop one little hint: AccuQuilt. Martelli meets AccuQuilt. That's all I'm gonna say.
And then I don't know who asked about the class in Palm Coast. That's the Elf Workshop. Yes, it is on November 23rd, and it's on the calendar. So
that's Kathy. Okay, yeah, Kathy. So did you get that? That's the Elf Workshop.
Yep.
Good morning, Judy. We've just been talking about you a lot.
That's right. A lot. You want to ask the question about the cover stitch and chain stitch workshop?
Yeah. And make sure that we don't jump off without mentioning Black Friday, because I know that study hall is about classes and events, but it starts Monday, so we got to tell you. So just don't let me forget, Toni, please, because I will forget. So a lot of people have been either purchasing the new Applaud or getting into cover stitch sewing, and so they've kind of been tossing around some ideas. I know Judy and Cindy and some other people were asking about classes. So my question was basically, who would be interested in a cover stitch focused, cover stitch only focused education, like class or classes? And if so, what sort of, if you can, give us some input or some ideas of what it is you'd like to get out of that. Also, how many people would want an Applaud specific class? Because the Applaud does do something that no other cover stitch on the planet does. So that's very limited with the wiper system. So that's kind of two questions. And we're just curious, trying to get the feelers out. How often would we want to meet? What kind of techniques are you looking for? So I know that they've got a lot of ideas, and I just wanted to kind of extend and put that out for you guys. So hopefully we can get some input.
Awesome.
And is it too early to drop a mention about what you just told me about? Because that's all I can think about now, like the outfit. Can you just drop a little teaser hint, please?
Sure. We've had people ask about making their own sneakers. So I'm thinking about, I'm creating a class that will involve creating a whole outfit. So you'll create a bag, sneakers, and a jacket. I want to do my own Tula version of that, so I can have it to go to different conventions next year. So I thought it'd be really fun to do that as a class. So, but it'd be a lot of work, and it won't.
But it can be spread out. So I love the idea of you could take like each class would be for a different garment, and by the end of the year or however long it takes, like. It's a big commitment, so you would need to draw it out and make sure that it's manageable and doable. But by the end of 2025, and in fact, you said in time for Houston or whatever, you've got your own fit, all made and designed by you. I think that's awesome, incredible. Now, of course, you had me at Make Your Own Sneakers. I'm wearing my Mod Podge sneakers today. I don't know if you saw me show that, but this is a little bit different. I think you're talking about the actual quilted sneaker, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I love that idea. Whether you guys are not, we're gonna do, or not excited about it or not, we're gonna do it. Because Toni, you said that. Now you're hooked. I'm sorry. I got to do it. Loving my Applaud. I don't think we missed anything. Any questions? Okay.
Somebody wants an elf workshop in the middle of July. We'll consider that. I've thought about doing that before, and just time hasn't let me. So.
Oh, like a Christmas in July elf workshop. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we've got this army of teachers. So Toni, if you can't do it, we could probably find somebody. But I know that's kind of your thing. I don't want to volunteer you, but yeah.
No, but Judy is actually doing something in December with sergers. It's very similar, but you have a supply list for that. And she's doing a serger class on small gifts you can make in time for the holidays.
Awesome.
I forgot about that.
Fantastic. Any questions or comments or suggestions on any of the classes or events? Just make sure that you are looking at which calendar. Make sure you're signing up for the right class is all I'm going to say. I know we're going to have a few speed bumps, but I think we're starting to figure it out, and really just putting the PC and the essay should make it pretty easy to follow. But if you guys have any questions, we are always here to help. So much to sew, so little time. Louise. Yeah, but hey, no rush. You know what? So one thing at a time, one day at a time, and don't overdo it. Don't sign up for every single class. Don't get burned out. We don't want that. We want you here for the long game with us. Yeah, we're just getting started. I say that all the time, but look, there's a whole nother store now, so I wasn't lying.
So what's this Black Friday sale thing you're talking about?
Oh, fantastic. So, and Luis is in for the total garment class. Absolutely. I love that. Total garment class. Did you say that was the name? That's a great name for it, by the way.
I'll think of that.
All right, cool. So, well, Black Friday, and I talked a little bit about this when I went solo. I went rogue and I couldn't stop talking. It's so much better when somebody's here with me because I feel like, okay, I got to cut it short. But Black Friday has changed. It's not a one-day thing anymore. You guys know this. There's already Black Friday ads out. And so we got to play in the same world as everyone else. So Black Friday is now a kind of a month-long theme, it seems. So we're going to kind of focus on the midline to kind of entry-level machines this year, I think, because we have so many new sewers, and also Christmas is coming. So people want to purchase machines as gifts or even for yourself. And most people aren't going to buy a $10,000 sewing machine as a gift for someone, unless, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. But the idea is that I think so many machines, especially new machines that have just come out, like this S3 has been completely redone. We now have Burnett's and Bernina's, and Janome has 2, 3, 4 new machines. There's a whole bunch of machines at a really good price point that I think we're going to focus on those this year. So on Monday, I'm thinking hopefully, right, Toni, we can get it done by Monday. You'll at least have some information, and we're going to do some pretty wild sales. I'll just say up to 50% off. And that's not like a marketing ploy. If I say up to 50% off, that means some things are 50% off, just not every single thing. Right. So we've got a lot of new product that's come in, and I just think we've kind of been sleeping on it because the Radiance came out, the 990 came out, the CMs, all these big machines came out, the Applaud came out. And so we've kind of been missing the boat, I feel, on this kind of mid-range classroom machine. That's awesome if you're getting one of the Radiances, but you're not going to carry that thing to class. So right, exactly. A lot of people need a travel machine or a secondary machine. Really, everybody does, because when you bring it in for service, you don't want to be without your machine. You know how it works. But in all honesty, I think we're gonna have some really good sales. And then we're doing Arrow's going to be up to 20% off. AccuQuilt, I can't remember the number, maybe 30. I don't. 30. Anyway, you'll find out on Monday all the details, but just keep your eyes and ears open. And if you are wanting to do some early Christmas shopping, Black Friday sale is the best time to do it, for sure. Like hands down. The manufacturers give us really good pricing, and then we just pay it forward. That's an infomercial. It's not, but it's the truth. I mean, it is. It's the truth. So just be on the lookout for that. We'll drop that on Monday, and we'll definitely send it into the email. So if you guys aren't subscribing to our, or if you're not, subscribe to our email list. Make sure you go to, I guess, cutupandsew.com and scroll to the bottom. Actually, no, a pop-up shows up now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Here, let me.
So when you go to our website, the pop-up shows up, and you just put in your email, and that will get your information in, and then you can start getting all the emails from us. Also, scrolling down below is the texting sign-in, opting in instructions. So text cutting crew, all capitals, one word, to 85100, and then you can start getting text messages. Another cool thing about the text messages, and we say it all the time, but it's it's awesome is when you sign up for a class, it'll send you a reminder, which is huge.
Right.
I love that. Yeah, it's a great feature.
Yeah, you too. Cool.
Good morning, Vanessa. Good morning, Angelina. So anyway, I think that's it for me, Toni. You covered the calendar, which I love. So we're getting St. Augustine cranked up. We really want to find out what you guys want up there. We're going to really start trying to go heavy on some workshops and just trying to grow the community there as well. So we're all ears. If you guys have any suggestions for classes you want in St. Augustine, please reach out. Call us, stop in. For sure.
They can scan that little QR code on my screen and it'll email me directly. There you go.
There. That's hard. There.
That was pretty funny. Okay.
Awesome.
Well,
all right.
I forgot my bell. Darn it. But I'm done. Are you done?
I am. I was just, usually at the end, we kind of wait and make sure there's no questions or anything. So that's why I'm getting quiet. But I don't think anybody's popped in any questions that need immediate response or that we haven't responded to already. So awesome. I am here this morning. I'm going to grab a few things and then I'm heading back to St. Augustine to make sure that classroom is ready for Monday. So don't forget Sewing Studio on Monday. Dress a Girl is the 16th.
Correct.
Sewing for Charity Party. Yeah, and if you're a beginner sewer, you can absolutely still join us. We provide they provide, I should say, kits and all that. If you have a small machine that you can bring, we would love for you to bring that. If you don't, we do have some that you can use. Even if you don't have time to sew a full dress, which doesn't take that long, by the way, but even if you don't have time and you want to participate, there's stuff for you to do. So we just want you guys to be involved. It's a charity party, so we love it. And you guys are always amazing. So I don't have to worry about that. I think that's it.
Cool.
I love the soft opening last week. Yeah. Patty, I did too, but holy moly. That was wild. It was great. It was awesome. But it was, whoa. And I tell you, a lot of people came back on Monday because they were like, they pulled me aside. They're like, will you please let us come back on Monday and get the sale fabric? The line is too long. And I understood. So we did it. We kind of extended it for one extra day, which was great. And every day that I've been in St. Augustine, I've seen familiar faces. So that's really, really cool. I know I've met people from St. Augustine and even Jacksonville, but I guess I didn't realize how many I already knew. So it's really, I'm really looking forward to meeting some new people, but it's so calming and it just feels very welcoming to see familiar faces. So keep coming in and saying hi. I'll be there later today.
Is the fabric on sale up there? Is it?
So we do have so basically all of the fabric that was $5.99 at the soft opening is now $7.99. Okay. So just like in Palm Coast, we are year round. We have a $7.99 sale rack, and so we're doing the same thing there in St. Augustine. Okay. I'm a firm believer that every quilt shop should have a sale rack year round, and it shouldn't be filled with duds. The way that it works is basically we get so much new fabric in that it just kind of bumps the less new stuff into the sale rack. So our sale rack in Palm Coast is incredible. It breaks my heart when I look over there because I'm like, that shouldn't be sale fabric, but it's older than the brand new stuff. So the same thing's going to happen in St. Augustine.
Cool.
Denise said something here. You need to check what the reminders are now sent out with the clocks changed. Interesting. A reminder for classes?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll look into that.
Yeah, I don't even know if I think that's an automatic thing. So
it's automatic, yeah.
So,
it's through our sales system.
Thanks, Denise. Yeah, we'll look at that. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Anna. You guys got here right in time for us to say goodbye. But you can always go back and watch it. And by the way, we love it when you guys do watch any of the lives that we do. That hashtag replay is awesome. And you've been doing it. It's great. It lets us know who's watching it. It bumps it back up to the top so that people don't miss out. So keep doing it. I love it.
All right.
29.
Josh.
2025
Josh.
North Florida Shop Hop.
Woo-hoo.
Somebody comment. So yeah, shame on us. Shame on me. The pattern parade. We have the passports, and we've had the passports. We don't talk about it enough. So we've got to.
Monday. We'll talk about it Monday.
We will talk about it Monday. So both shops, the St. Augustine and Palm Coast, have a different pattern, a different quilt. So when you do the shop hop, you will get cut up and sew St. Augustine postcard pattern, and you will get a Palm Coast pattern. Just FYI. So we're excited for that. Chris, you got yours. I love it. Everyone else should get theirs too, because I think it gets more expensive in January.
Yeah. Yep. It goes up a couple bucks.
She said, yep. Christy's in the back. She says, hi, y'all. She didn't say that. That's how Tanner would have said it. Sorry, Christy. All right. Fantastic. Well, that's all I got, Toni. You guys have an amazing day.
Well, everybody join us at Quilt Talk at 9 o'clock on Monday with Joanne and Josh. And class is dismissed. Bye.
Bye-bye.